Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Guten Tag. Bonjour. Ciao. Hello. Hola. Ni hao. Su su. Hey y'all, how y'all doing on this good Thursday morning? It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey y'all. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. 2 more times. Flowers, flowers, flowers. 1 more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay, let's get into it. Hi Norway, how you doing? Good evening to you. Okay. Channel message here is, where is the channel message? They feel bullied by the community or they feel bullied by their peers. So a lot of people are now aware as to what is going on and as to why things are happening in the way that it's happening. So to be able to break it down to its bare core or the minimum as to why they're doing what they're doing, it's because of them wanting to fight you over someone that you don't want anymore. And the peers or the community of people that they have been talking to, trying to get advice from in regards to how to handle you or how to tame you or how to get you out the picture, raised a lot of suspicions in regards to the group of people that they were speaking ill about you here. They feel stuck because all of the attention that they never wanted is now on them. They were okay with attention that would kind of like pipe their head up, that would kind of put them on in the forefront, that would more so kind of position them in a way where other people would want to, we'll say, idolize over them. This is my opinion, my perspective when it comes to idolization of others. I don't believe in that. I don't feel another person should idolize over another person just because of their status, their wealth, their connection, whatever, however. That's just me. And the reason why I feel that way is because, number one, we don't know what that person may have done to get into that position that they're currently in. So I'm not a type of individual that would tend to, oh my God, it's such and such. Oh my God, oh my God. It's just, no, no. I don't believe in idolization of others. I don't. I believe in honor and respect of others, of course, but when it comes to idolizing another person based on what they may have or how they portray themselves to other people, no. I don't agree with that. But this individual here wanted people to idolize over them over negativity or over negative things, the things that they do, the things that they say. They wanted people to feel like negativity was okay, or they wanted people to feel like positive toxicity. I think that's the term. Positive toxicity. They wanted people to be okay with being toxic or having toxicity in their life here. Now, the reason why they feel stuck is because people are now awakened as to who they truly are, and they're realizing what all of this is about. It's about staying in the connection, or more so wanting to fight for a connection that's not worth fighting for, and them attempting to put themselves in a very risky situation to where they may try to cause some form of harm towards you. So a lot of people are alarmed by that because it's like, well, you don't have to go that far. Why are you trying to do all this indecent things towards the collective here? Justice is here. Okay, you are the justice. Justice is the truth. That's what you are. You hold or you wield the sword of truth. Someone's name is Monica. Someone's name is Herman. Herman? I'm also hearing Hermana. I believe that's Spanish for sister. Hermana. They knew that if people were aware as to what their true intentions were, they knew that people wouldn't rock with them, or they knew that people wouldn't side with them. So they had to make it look unclean to where you were the culprit or to where you were the one that was causing issues, but you weren't. There's a strong mother figure that's popping out that wants to connect with you, reconnect with you, but they're only wanting to reconnect with you to betray you or to stab you in the back. This mother figure here, please keep in mind this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? But there is a mother figure here that kind of feels disrespected, or they feel like you placed them on the back burner based on how they treated you. And they're wanting to reconnect solely based on just trying to sabotage you or to betray you. I do feel like that this mother figure has the intentions on wanting to physically hurt you. They may not have exhibited that in your adulthood. They're coming off as very unhinged, this mother figure. And then they wanting to get near you, or just anything that they can do to get close to you, they're willing to do. It's not going to happen, of course, but it's just like a burning, overwhelming sensation that this mother figure just needs to get towards you or get near you. I do know in some cultures, they tend to it's like when they feel that a child brings dishonor to their family, they feel that they have permission or they have reign to cause an untimely demise towards that child. That's how some families are, or the tradition of families, or the tradition of the name. Some families really bank on the reputation of their name or their last name. And I feel like this mother figure may be on the lines of that. They want to preserve the family's name. And they feel like that you have went outside of bounds or out of bounds, and you've completely desecrated the family's name. This is how they feel. They feel you've desecrated or you've destroyed the family's name by speaking up in regards to what they have done to you. When it comes to shifting blame to others, it's always one-sided. It's never the person who's caused the issue that would take fault for the blame that they have caused. It's always the person who feels very comfortable or very confident in speaking up in regards to what may have transpired or taken place. You will be considered the person to take the blame or be the scapegoat for the foolishness in regards to what they have done to you here. Are you aware that a mother figure has been combing through your life? Like maybe this has been happening since you were young or small, but there's a mother figure here that has always wanted to be a part of all of your intricate parts of life, even your sexual parts as well too, down to who you slept with, who you connected with. Like they wanted to know who you were intimate with sexually, which is very odd. Someone's name is Marvin, M-A-R-V-I-N, Marvin or Mervin. Someone's name is Santana. Someone's name is Chelsea. So the way that this mother figure sees you or think of you, they still feel like you're still a child, like you're in the space of being 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and that's how they see you. That's where they have stunted your growth. They don't see you past that age, or they can't see you past that age. Maybe you may have went through extreme abuse around those ages. Someone's name is Roscoe, Randy, Randy, Randy. Someone's name is Payton. It's odd because this parent is telling, or we're telling people that you were very promiscuous or you were very fast when you were younger, and you don't know anything about being fast or what it is about being fast. Or they were telling people maybe you may have been developed at a younger time, or you develop quickly at a younger age. You can't help how you're developed. But this mother figure here, we're telling people how you were fast because of how you were developed. You could be a woman or you could be a man, however it resonates. Y'all remember that movie with Carrie? Excuse me. Carrie was raised by a mother that was a devout Christian. She was very into, religion. And it was to the point where she couldn't understand Carrie because Carrie had some really unique gifts. We'll say telekinesis. That's what she had. She had telekinesis. To the point where it will only come out when Carrie felt threatened by other people. That's the only time it will come out or show more. And it really made this mother figure afraid, or Carrie's mom afraid, because they didn't understand why it kept happening in the way that it happened. So Carrie's mom felt like that she needed to kind of like pray away Carrie's gifts in that kind of way, but it was more so in a very abusive way or tactic. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it. There's no way that you can connect with God or say that you're connecting with God, but don't even recognize the unique abilities that a person may carry or have. Especially if they're using the gift in a very positive way. Why is it that when people are exhibiting their gifts, their unique gifts, meaning you, that is exhibited as demonic or dark-spirited, dark level, negative, or whatever the case may be? What's the psychology behind that? Why do they feel so comfortable deeming your gifts as negative when it's not? I remember I went to a church. I had to be about maybe 22, 23 at the time. It was in Georgia. I was connected with a cousin at the time. And we went to this small time church. It was small. The space of everything was small. And I had just had my first child. And she wanted me to meet the pastor. It was a masculine energy. Okay, no problem. So I met him. His name was Pookie. That was the name of the pastor. Like, for real, Pookie. So I look at Pastor Pookie, and I looked at my cousin, and I'm like, you really want me to take this serious? And I'm being so for real with you. It's like, you want me to take this thing to be serious? So I allowed them to do what they needed to do, and I just sat and I just watched in amazement. And I just watched some individuals, they were actually talking about gifts, like supernatural gifts. and how that's not of the divine, it's not of the Lord, it's not of a higher power, it's not of a higher spirit. So where else would it come from? If you know and are aware that you have a very special gift that was placed inside you innately, and you're using the gift for positivity, not negativity, you're using the gift to not only enhance the quality of your life, but theirs as well. But yet they're quick to say it's demonic or it's negative. Like, what exactly makes certain things considered to be demonic? What is the true definition of the word demonic? We hear this word all the time, and most people use words that don't make sense to them, or they don't understand the verbiage or the definition of the word that they're using. Because this is how they wanted people to view you as demonic and low vibrational. But you're not using your gifts or utilizing your gifts in that way. So what exactly makes someone to be demonic or makes someone be negative? Again, what spirit or deity or energy are they connected to for them to not see that your gift came from a positive higher power or spirit or divine energy? That's my questions. What makes you demonic? For speaking truth? So speaking truth makes you demonic. Speaking truth in regards to the lies that they keep trying to push out and portray onto you makes you demonic? But yet these are the same people that go to church and pray every day or pray during service. In the moment that you ask a question, you're disrespectful, you're out of line, you shouldn't ask that question. So how is one supposed to grow if they don't ask questions? How is one supposed to understand where they're coming from if every time you attempt to ask questions, they swat you away? Why are people afraid of confrontation when it comes to conversation? I was taught growing up that you never question, you're not supposed to question an adult. That's what I was told growing up. But yet my inquisitive self was always still asking, well, why not? Why can't I ask certain questions in regards to what you're saying towards me? You want me to do a certain thing, but when I have specific questions, correct questions surrounding the thing that you want me to do, you can't answer that, but yet you just want me to do what you say, but don't ask the question in regards to what you want me to say. And I'm talking about a mother figure here. Sometimes the first hate or disdain that you can receive is from a mother or a father figure. However that resonates. They want you to be in nothing but pain, discomfort. They want you to be mentally out of your mind. Confirmation. They want you to be negatively cognitively out of your mind. I was raised to not question things. Do as I say, not as I do. Do as I say, but not as I do. Isn't that the same? You want me to do what you say, but not execute the actual things that they're doing. That's one and the same. Yep, just follow along what I do, but don't question what I do. Why not? There's a mother figure here that's been preying on your downfall since day one. A mother figure that never wanted to see you surpass them. A mother figure that always thought that you were in competition with them. You could be a male or a masculine or feminine, however it resonates. The only way they felt comfortable around you was putting you down. That's the only way they felt comfortable around you, was to put you down. Oh, this is this, and that is that, and you would never, and that would never, and that would never, and that would never, and that would never. But they want you to take heed to the negative things that they have to say about you. They want you to feel that it is okay for them to talk ill or to talk smack about you, and you're supposed to ride with that. You're supposed to go with that. Some of these parents, these older, elder parents here, are getting a huge rude awakening. Yeah, they may have been able to do that with their co-workers or their peers of their group, other family members, friends, whatever, however here. But that's just not going to slide with you. It's just not. Some of your mothers, some, not all, for the one that resonate, some of your mothers here wanted to strategically place you in situations, compromising situations, or compromising connections or relationships where they saw you get abused. Some of your mothers may have went through abuse, and they wanted to mirror exactly what they went through. They wanted you to go through what they went through. Just because someone birthed a child does not make them a mother. That's the tea. So they want to fight with you, but they want to fight with you behind the backing of other people. You don't like me, but yet you want to fight me behind the backing of other people? That don't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Where's the strength of any of this? They feel bullied by the community. Yet again, it's your fault. How? You know, some people are afraid of being or becoming confident. That's like a real life thing that I was like, wow, that's crazy. Something that's so beautiful to see, that's within you, that's equipped to be with you, confident. Some people are afraid of you becoming very confident because they feel that when you become confident, you become cocky. How can confidence and cocky be in the same sentence? Divine Network says on YouTube, my mother is a quiet coward. I don't even know how to respond to that. A quiet coward. That's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. A quiet coward. I think that's so funny. I can't. I cannot. A quiet coward. I can't. Like, how does that make sense? Like, I'm agreeing with what you're saying, of course. I agree with what you said. But just hearing how you said it, it's just, I'm trying to compute it. It's like, I don't like you, but I'm going to talk about you behind your back. I don't like you, but I don't want you to know that I don't like you. I don't like you, but I need other people to feel the same way how I feel. So I'm just going to sneak this them. Where's the power in it? Where's the power in that? Where's the power in that? And the moment that you say what you need to say, is I realize with my mother here, because I'm the type, I will pull you up. I don't care who you are. When I say, I mean what I say. I don't care who you are. I don't. I truly don't. Anywho, when I will always pull up my mother figure here, she will always say, oh, you're disrespectful and you don't know your place. You need to stay in a child's place. And that's not how you speak to me. But I will always call her out on, what you think it's okay for you to speak to me in that way? You think it's okay for when I have a conversation with you that it's okay to call everybody in your phone book, your address book, to tell them what I said to you? So if you feel, karmic mommy, that it is okay to do that, then you should feel okay with what I do. So if they feel okay to call everyone in the address book, you won't believe what the collective said about me, and you won't believe what the collective did, and da-da-da-da. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. I'm going to tell you a true story. The other day, I called upon some workers to work on my house. My house needs fixing with the air duct. The air conditioner is not working. No problem. So I text the individual, the actual boss or worker, to just let themselves in, because I'm going to be back here working in my office space. The guy wrote in the text message, Nigger. A couple days back. I didn't get upset. I didn't get angry, because I'm not an Nigger. I don't carry myself as such. But I chuckled a bit, because y'all know how I feel about the complexity of just the psychology of things. So I broke it down a bit. The man kept trying to call me to apologize. And I was like, nah, I don't need an apology. I just said a couple of whatever. And then the next day, after he said what he said, he called me and he told me that he was in an accident. He did. He told me he was in an accident. He said that he may have hurt his back in places where he may need surgery. When I realized the power of my tongue, when I realized the type of energy I carry, I realized that I don't have to fight and argue with individuals that are very hateful. And I use it as an example. The same guy that texts that information to my phone is now having issues with his back, where he feels that he may become paralyzed. Is he? Yes, he will. He will. Do I feel bad about it? I don't feel bad about it. Because everyone is intentional in regards to what they do. And that person was very intentional in regards to what he said towards me. And then the next day that he texted me, he said, I don't think I'll be able to do this job. I'm having issues with my back. Yeah, I know why you're having issues with your back. So that's why I don't need to argue and I don't need to fight with others, because I realize just how strong things can be when it comes to that. And I was like, well, hey, that's karma. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. You don't know who walks with who. That goes for a mother figure, a father figure, a brother figure, an uncle, an aunt, a sister, a friend, an ex-lover, an ex-spouse. They don't know who walks with you. They don't. And just because you don't exhibit signs of aggressiveness or trying to push harm onto other people doesn't make you a weakling. Why would he randomly text you that word? Because he was intentional with the word that he wanted to say. He's doing a job for me. And I told him to let himself in. And that's what was written in the text message. And I just looked back and I was like, oh, interesting. And I just sat in prayer, meditation. I just kind of tap in. Because I always say, if you coming for me, that means you want me to see what's going on with you. That's how I look at it. Because there's no reason why you should be coming for me. And the person came for me in that way, which is fine. They got to do what they got to do. I'm going to do what I needed to do. And I just sat in meditation and I just saw all of his life before, just flash. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And the next day, I can't do this job for you anymore. I had issues with my back. My back is, I got to get some. Oh, okay. Well, right. You're very strong not to react. Yes. People are going to call you the most craziest things in the world, and they need you to react. And the reason why they need you to react is because they need you to validate what they're saying about you to be true. I'm not that term, N-I-G-G-E-R, so I don't need to respond to it. It doesn't resonate with me because I don't act, you know what I mean? I don't act like that. So when he wasn't receiving the response that he was expecting, it was just like, oh, wow, I'm sorry, but sorry doesn't cut it, especially with me. It is what it is. Now he have bigger fish to fry, and now he might not even be able to survive what's going on because it's just not going to end well for that little buddy. I say that. So life move forward. No, I didn't react. I didn't. You've been calling my phone all day. Can you text me? Can you forgive me? Forgive you for what? I didn't say it. You said it. Anywho, let's keep moving forward. So we have identity here. And I think that's the ice on the cake, is knowing that I can see what's going to happen and they can't see. It just makes me feel even more better. So like I say, me specifically, I just allow people to do what they need to do. You can do what you need to do and you can say what you need to say. The end of it all is, again, you don't know who walks with who. You don't know who's connected to who. You don't. So if you feel that you're a really badass and you want to come up against someone that's very quiet, minding their business, out of the way, hey, do what you need to do. But just know that sometimes it's not going to play out in the way that you anticipate. That's it. That's all. Anywho, we have culture here. There's a mother figure here that they don't know who they are, or they're losing sense of identity, or they're losing sense of reality. Yes, family member, tree. Somebody could have been reading the book of Enoch. You could be learning the book. You could be reading the book of Enoch for, maybe you're interested in Tahuti, the energy of Tahuti or Lord Thoth. He's really great for time, how to work with time. He's also great for scribing and writing as well, too. Yeah, Lord Thoth. Book of Enoch is what I'm hearing. This mother figure feels all alone because you're not reaching out to them. You're not communicating with them. Other people are doing the same. and they're telling people it's your fault. They're completely masking or hiding what they have done to you, but that's okay. Just let them do what they need to do. Another thing that I'm learning is that not everything requires a response. Just let people talk. Let them say what they need to say. Who cares? There's people that's always going to be fishing for information or fishing for you to get caught up in some form of a debacle or argument with them, because they need to feel important or superior to you. You are the superior one, of course, but they need you to be a part of their foolishness to make them feel some type of way. Yeah, shocker. Eel is here, okay? Maybe somebody just had some eel. Maybe you eat eel. Maybe you've caught an eel and fried it. I'm hearing fried eel. I've never had that before. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I'm hearing, fried eel. I ain't judging you. It's just what I'm hearing. Yeah, this mother figure is shocked by your actions. You won't speak to me ever again. We're in 2025, soon to be in 2026. Moving forward past this day, May 1st, 2025 and onward, moving forward, a lot of people are going to be disconnected from toxic mothers and fathers. And toxic mothers and fathers feel like you owe them something because they took care of you. They did not take care of you. Take care of you in what way? What way did they take care of you? By barely keeping a home over your head, keeping clothes on your back, and barely feeding you? They didn't teach you anything. You're literally like a walking Matilda. What did they teach you? They ain't teach you nothing. They feel like you owe them something. You don't owe them anything. And some are holding on to this parent title very harshly because, well, I'm the mom and I'm the dad and you got to do what I say. You don't. You don't. We have community here. We have concern and message of concern. The message of concern and concern, excuse me, is that people see them as a bad mother. They don't want people to see them as a bad mother. But if you are what you are, then that's what you are. If you keep trying to portray yourself to be something that you're not, the thing that you're not is going to be more prevalent than the thing that you're not. If that makes sense. Somebody that wants to come off or portray that they're good or they're great, but yet they keep doing things that are not so great, and that thing or things that they're doing that's not so great, that's going to be at the forefront. That's going to take priority because guilt make them tilt. You're literally dealing with individuals that are in a healthy, sane mindset of things, which is you, meaning that you can regulate your emotions. You can regulate the psychology of self. You can regulate the physical aspects of self. You can regulate self 100% across the board. They can't. And they want you to pay for why they are not able to regulate themselves. I would not crucify myself because another person can't regulate themselves emotionally. I will not crucify myself because another person is not willing to speak the truth. I would not crucify myself at any point in time. 100%, I will not. So what you eat don't make me poo. They trying to do damage control, calling everybody. Well, the collective don't speak to me, and the collective, but are you telling the reason why the collective don't speak to you? You're leaving that part out, karmic mommy. You ain't telling the real reason why that the collective don't want nothing to do with you. That you weren't a good mother. Say those things. Those are the truth. Speak the truth and nothing but. You were not a good mother to me. You were not a great mother. You were very condescending. You were very abusive. You were not nurturing. Say how you feel. To hell with their feelings. They don't care about yours, so why should you care about theirs? I have a friend right now that's going through something similar with her mother. And what is the mother doing? She simply just told her story in regards to what she went through, and the mother is completely crashing out. The mother is calling everybody, trying to get them on their side. You won't have to do any of that if you're speaking truth. You would never ever have to call other people to do damage control if you're speaking truth. That's why I always say some mothers you just can't take advice from, or some older or elder individuals, not all, but some, you just can't take advice from. Because yes, even though they're older in age doesn't mean that they're wiser. Some people are just that age, but they have no kind of anything to them. They haven't learned anything. They haven't learned the secrets of life. They haven't learned how to emotionally regulate themselves. They haven't learned anything about themselves. So why should I take advice from you because you're of a certain age? Age is nothing but that. It's nothing but a number. So I'm not going to take advice from somebody that I don't care how long you've been on earth. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if you are not following a healthy lifestyle or maintaining a healthy lifestyle, some are just old. Yes. B says on YouTube, some are just old, and that's just what it is. Some are just old with no knowledge, no wisdom, no experience, no anything. They allow life to pass them by. So here you come with your la-di-da self at a younger age, not for all, but for who resonates, and they have an issue with you because they weren't able to surpass, or they weren't able to be successful in the thing that you're able to do. Yeah, false person. This mother figure was plotting on you since you were young. It's so despicable. Message is up. It's despicable. A false mother figure. A mother figure that's supposed to love you and nurture you and hug you and kiss you and give you compliments of positivity, and to big you up and to kind of like size you up, and you're beautiful and you're handsome and you're going to be phenomenal and you're going to be this and you're going to be that. They didn't give you not an ounce of anything. Not an ounce of anything. Well, I'm your mother. Okay, well, what does that mean? What exactly does that mean? You're my mother. Okay. Speaking from the karmic perspective, what does that mean? You're my mother. Okay, what does a mother do? What is the characteristics or the task of being a mother, of being a good mother or a great mother? They just say, I'm a mother. That's all they are. Okay, cool. What else is there to you? If you're such a great mother, they can't answer that. Or the moment that you try to have a conversation in regards to what you went through, they suddenly get amnesia. Oh, I never remember that. That never happened. I don't remember that. That's what they always say. My mother that I grew up with know that she's on her own. She can't call me for anything. She can't text me for anything. I don't even care if she on her last. Don't call me for anything, and she knows that. I say that very plain talk, bad manners. I don't care. I want nothing to do with that woman, because that's not a mother, a woman. I want nothing to do with that or it. They strategically place you in childhood trauma to know that you are of a young age, an adolescent age, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18. And to know that your life was filled with nothing but traumatic childhood experiences or traumas based on how this so-called mother figure felt. that you should be raised, how they should so-called nurture you. And you have no choice but to put up with it. Well, I'm your mother. You have to, and you have to. You have to do as I say. Well, what happens if we don't do what you say? Oh, you ain't gonna amount to none. This is why you're like your father, and this is why you this, and this is why you're that. You need to be more like your brother, you need to be more like your sister. I can't understand you. We don't ever see eye to eye. We're always bumping heads. These are the things that they say to deflect as to what the type of trauma that they have inflicted onto you. And you can't size them up. You can't question them because they like to use age or the title as mother as such. Well, you don't speak to me in that way. I'm your mom and I did this for you and I did that to you. You're supposed to do these things. We have financial failure here with unable to express emotions. And we also have pray in reverse. So they're praying to get another opportunity to come towards you, to cause harm towards you. You have an unwell mother. You do. Despite them not being on any type of paraphernalia or such, but they're showing signs of some form of a mental instability. Yet they were trying to pass that on to you. Only a person that truly has a mental instability will be able to project as to how they're feeling onto others. They never wanted to see you do better than them. They never wanted to see you surpass them, which is why they felt comfortable saying that you were unwell. Your own mother. Your own mother that will set you up with a so-called lover to get them to cause harm towards you. Your own mother here could be a Taurus, however it resonates, could be a Taurus mother. Your own mother here that would get with other people that you are connected with here to ensure that they just make sure that you have nothing but an unpleasant life. For some, your own mother here that would sleep with your peers or your connections here to feel what it feels like to feel you. If that makes sense. There are some individuals out here, whether it's a mother, friend, co-worker, whatever, however, brother, sister, whatever, however here, that are wanting to sleep with your mate because they want to know what you felt like when that mate slept with you. There are levels to this mental illness or this mental unwellness. Some people solely want to sleep with what you are connected to at the point because they want to feel what you felt while you were intimate with this person because they never experienced it before. And here you come being able to experience something that they never experienced before, and they feel very disgusted by you. So how can they make this an evil playing level field between you and them? By sleeping with the person or connecting with the person that you were connected with at the time. That shows nothing but mental instability. That's all that this shows. Mental instability. There's nothing healthy about this. These are the type of mothers that will keep secrets in regards to inappropriate touching, inappropriate conversations, forcing you to be around family members that you know you shouldn't be around. Well, that's your uncle. I don't give a flying F. Or that's your aunt, or that's your cousin, or that's your brother. You need to be around them. They want you to be around predators that they're fully aware are predators, but they need to prove a point. And the point that they need to prove, or they're trying to prove here, is that they have control over you. And people of many backgrounds use control in many various aspects of things, whether it be sexually, sexual control, physical control, financial control, psychological control, emotional control, and I can keep going on and on and on. This is why they didn't teach you anything. Or they may have taught you that wrong is good or wrong is great. That's what they teach you. And they keep all the goodness and the greatness to themselves, so you will never be able to see or discover that there are better things out there besides them. Someone's name is Tobias. Yeah, your mother figure was a bully towards you. That just wanted to use you. And the moment that you may have became a teenager or a young adult here, like I mentioned, your body may have been more developed than normal or usual than your peers. And they use that to their advantage to use you. Oh, you want to be fast out here. Why you wearing that t-shirt? Why you wearing this? Why you wearing that? You shouldn't be wearing that. You shouldn't be this. But you can't help the way you look. That's just how your body. You can't help your body. You can't help the way your body is physiqued. And they frowned upon the way that you were proportioned and wanted to bully you for that. Your mother's on the verge of an eviction. They may not be able to pay their bills. They can't stay afloat. They may have lost a job. They need a place to stay. We have witchcraft here as well, too. Have you ever realized that every time you told this mother figure any great news about you, that after you told the great news, that thing that you mentioned to them falls apart? So if you say you had a job, a new job. Hey, Mom, guess what? I got a new job. Oh, okay. That's nice. Nice. Oh, okay. No type of encouragement towards you. Just, oh, nice. That's nice. Oh, okay. And the moment that they said those certain words is the minute that they were plotting on you to make sure that it fails. So you'll call back next week. Hey, guess what? You know, they rescinded the offer from the job that I applied to, or they said they no longer need me anymore, or they said that they have canceled the job, or whatever the case may be. It's because your so-called mother was preying on your downfall. Your loving mother was preying on your downfall. Pretending. They was always pretending to check on you. They was always pretending to love on you. They were always pretending, child. Candle magic and children. As I mentioned before, their candle magic wasn't like with altars and stuff. Their candle magic was just normal candles, like a Bath and Body Works or one of them type of candles, or like a Walmart candle or a Target candle. One of them regular candles that you just inconspicuously just light, but you don't think nothing is in it. Yeah, there are intentions within those candles. And the moment that you blew out the candle or you snuff out the candle, they upset. Don't blow out my candles. Leave my candle alone. Confirmation. You're not understanding why things are happening in that way. Yeah. Yeah, boo. They was plotting on you. Your own mother was plotting on you to get an STD. Yes, they were. And they were working very hard at it. Yes, they were. Was your mother married? You may have had a father or a stepfather, foster father, however it resonates. But this mother figure was married here, and they were planning on getting you an STD. Yes, they were. Oh, yes, they were. We have hard worker and dark energy here. Or this mother figure could be married and may have an STD that they have been hiding. So this so-called husband that they had could have been stepping out on them. You may have been aware that this husband figure was stepping out on them. Yes, psychic and good news. You were aware. You were aware of a lot of things when you were young, but you may not have been able to understand or comprehend it, or to put it into terms where you're able to understand, but you were able to understand in your own terms. You may have even said something to this mother figure. Hey, dad has another woman, or I saw dad with another woman, or I saw dad with such and such. I saw dad with another man. However it resonates. But your little self at your young age saw a lot of things that you should not have saw. That's the shocking message here. While you were living with this person, you knew too much. You were the keeper of the secrets. Yes, you were. You were engrossed around a very cold-hearted, narcissistic, sneaky mother. Yes, you were. Look, it just keep coming out. Shh, don't say nothing, okay? That man that I was with, that's a friend. Shh, don't say nothing, okay? That's a friend. Hey, shh. Don't say anything. That's a coworker from my job. Shh, don't say anything. That's this, that's that. Yeah. Wanting you to keep their secrets, but while you're trying to keep their secrets, they're abusing you. Your mother has a lot of baggage. Your mother's an old gardening tool. It is what it is. They're a gardening tool that is very toxic and wanted you to have some form of a mental instability, wanted you to be irresponsible, and may have actually said that. May have projected it onto you. Why are you so lazy? You don't never want to do anything, and you're not lazy at all. You may work, you may have a job, you may have 2 jobs, shoot, you may have 3 jobs. You were very into yourself, and they saw that you were very independent of self, and they wanted to deem that as toxic. Oh, you'll never have time for me. You're always out working. What are you doing out there? Why you never call me? You don't never this, you don't never that. They were amazed by your sudden changes. When you put your head down and you tend to do what you needed to do for self, that started to make them worried because you started to show your independence. And they wanted your independence to be hidden from everyone to see, because they were out there telling people that you weren't the things that you were actually doing. Yeah, your own mother was a rival of yours. Could be a Leo that's suffering in silence. However it resonates. We do have stuck. Oh, okay. We have stuck energy, stuck, suffering in silence, and Leo. If you were pregnant and you were speaking to your mother at the time, they weren't happy for you. They may have actually said that towards you, that they're not happy for you. The reason why they weren't happy for you is because they didn't want the child to come out like you or to have mannerisms like you. So they knew you were a good person. They didn't want the child to... They just knew that if you became a parent, that you would become a better parent than them. And they did not want that to happen. They didn't want people to see you as a good parent, whether you're a mom or a dad. So they weren't happy for you while you were pregnant. You may have had a miscarriage while you were pregnant. It was because of your mother. A lot of the negative prayers and the downfall of you not being able to carry your baby to term, full term. Look, sabotage. Your mother did this. And your mother may have vented towards other people. There's love behind. See, there's vent here, but there's love in reverse. There was no love for you. Why would they get pregnant? Why would they get pregnant for this person? That doesn't make sense. Da, da, da. They need to take care of me. You may have had a mother that wanted you to completely take care of them. Obligation is in reverse. And when you became pregnant, they felt like you were distancing yourself. You weren't tending to them. You weren't taking care of them. They thought that you were very uninterested in them. So they started to prey on your downfall. So for the ones that may have had a miscarriage here, that was because of your mother or a mother figure. And even if you're not a mother, but you are a man and you were connected to a woman that was carrying your child and you told your mom or your mother, hey, such and such about to have my baby, we're about to have a baby. This goes for you as well too. They were uninterested in the person that you may have impregnated. They may have even tried to make that woman's life a living hell when you were connected to them at one point in time, this mother figure here. So however it resonates, different perspectives here. They did not want you to date the person. So if you were pregnant and you were dating someone, they did not want you to date them. If you were a masculine and you got a woman pregnant and you were with them, they did not want you to be around this mother figure or this child here because they envied. Envied is upright. I'm sorry is in reverse. This mother figure is very wicked, or were or is very wicked towards you and wicked towards your child. So if this child was born and is living, I would not want this child. I would not have this child around this mother figure. I wouldn't. Yeah, they're bad news. Anyone that doesn't like you as a person should not be around your child. I don't care who it is. Any adult that don't like you as a person should not have access to your child. Because if you don't like me, that means you ain't gonna like my child. And I know my child gonna be 2.0 of me, collectively, generally speaking. So I know if you don't like me, you're not gonna like my child. Secret. That's the secret. Your own mother wishing bad that you have a miscarriage or you don't carry the full term, or you don't stay in a connection, or you don't cultivate a connection because they envy you. They envy you because you are 4 times, 10 times the mother figure that they could not be. Yep, you never had support from this mother figure. We all go through trials and tribulations during our life. We all do. And let's just say you may have went through a circumstance where you needed your mother for support. Maybe it was financially monetary support. Maybe it was just emotional support. You know, whatever, however, some form of support, they weren't there. They weren't there for you. They weren't. I'm gonna block you. I don't like people that don't listen to what I have to say. I specifically said, and that was for Linda Jones on YouTube. I specifically said, and I keep stating, that this is a collective read. Not everything is going to resonate with you. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. So since you can't listen, you can't comprehend to simple information, I'm going to block you. That right there is a huge red flag for me. When people, certain people, can't listen and digest what resonates versus what does not resonate. Because if you're not able to understand simple comprehension, that means you're a walking red flag. And I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't understand. The world does not revolve around you, especially not over here. The world do not revolve around ignorance. And you, my dear, are very ignorant to make a statement as such. That's the wake-up call. The world don't revolve around how you feel it should. Nigga, my little buddy. We got greed. Anywho, let's keep moving forward, y'all. We got greed here. Yeah. They wanted to trick you out your spot. Your mother's been doing this to other people as well. You're not the only person that they have been doing this to. They've been doing this amongst their peers and their friends in their community setting of people or whatever you want to call them there. They've been doing that to them. But no one has had the courage to speak out because for some odd reason, they're afraid of this mother figure. Whatever. We have pride here. Yeah, they have too much pride. Oh, I know I can't speak up against them, and no, well, I know them for 40 years and 50 years, and no, I don't think they'll ever do job, please. We have regret here and we have failure. Okay. We have regret and we have failure here. Yeah, they regret. They feel like they failed at life. Yeah, because this mother figure is around them. They're worried about their finances and their connection. This mother figure is so trashy that they sleep with their friends' significant other. And what they'll do here is once they sleep with their friend's significant other, they will get them to go against each other. So they now have a secret over the friend lover that they slept with. Well, we slept together, so now I got your secret. You're gonna have to do what I say. They use extortion as a form of a to get things out of people like money, monetary things, to get them to pay for things. This is what this mother figure has done here. And the lover that they slept with, the friend of the lover that they slept with, they feel guilty. And it's like, well, I can't really do anything. So they feel like they have succumbed to the web of the lies of this mother figure here. And that's what have them worried. So this is where this Me Too movement is going to come out here, because this mother figure loves to sleep with their friends' significant other, and then watch back in amazement that the two argue and fight over what's going on here. This is a treacherous, very treacherous, look, it's a relationship. They break up relationships and they find humor in it. They do. They think it's funny. They think it's funny to sleep with their friend's significant other and watch them fight. That's not funny at all. It would never be funny. So his name is Tristan. So his name is Tremaine. Tremaine. We have Two of Swords. Yes, his mother figure gets them in a position where they become very indecisive. Or blinded to the truth, stuck to the truth. Or, sorry, blinded to the truth. Yep, this mother figure. So if you felt like this mother always going on shopping sprees, always had the lavish lifestyle here, is because they were sleeping with other people, mates or friends, their friends, lovers, and this is how they were keeping their lifestyle with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Yes. Yep. I guess you can call your mom a pimp because they was pimping hard. Judgment is here. And this mother may have a carrier of an STD that they may have gave to their friend's lover. So when the lover that they slept with, the lover will go back to their friend, meaning your mother's friend. Your mother slept with your friend's lover or their friend's lover. And when the lover go back to sleep with that person, they end up getting something. Your mother is a carrier for an STD, an incurable STD. But nobody wants to talk about that. Why? Because they're older. We need to have respect and show respect for elders. But what about the elders showing respect for themselves? Look, we have the 6 of Pentacles here. They were scamming. You want us to have respect for elders, but they don't have respect for their nether parts or themselves. I don't know why people keep thinking that sleeping with another person is supposed to be like, I get it. I understand sex is one of the highest currency that one can have, and you can lay down with a person and you make them feel good for the next 5 to 10 minutes. But after the 5 or 10 minutes is up, what's next? What happens after that 5 to 10 minutes of pleasure is up? Because that's all it takes, is about 5-10 minutes. What's after that? Some people are living out here to the point that the only thing that they have that they feel is so valuable to them is their private part. That's it. That's all. Many different ages, young and old or older, think that if they lay down with somebody, that is enough to get what they need to get. It would never be. That's not a flex. It's not a flex. It's just not. It will never be. That might be true. G Royal says on YouTube, I think they get off on the thrill of guilt. Hey, I agree. That could be one of many perceptions. But I truly agree with it. Because what would convince you to take your clothes off? You don't know this person from a can of paint, and the first thing you want to do is just take your clothes off? Like, what? You just willing to lay down with a stranger? You don't know them, but you want to lay down with them? It just don't make sense to me. The only thing they have to offer is their private part. Well, I'm going to sleep with them. Okay, sleep with them. I don't care. Sleep with them. So what happens after you sleep with them? How do you feel after you sleep with them? You feel empowered by sleeping with somebody else's mate? That's not empowerment. They feel triggered by you, and this is why they do what they did. But how can you feel triggered by me? How is it that feeling triggered by me, collectively, generally speaking, is going to trigger you to lay down and sleep with somebody? Can we think about that for a moment, like for real? They're triggered by the divine collective. They may be aware that you're with someone or in a connection, wherever the case may be, and the first thing they want to do, because they're triggers, they want to lay down with you. Where's the correlation? Where's the, how is it supposed to affect you? How? Where is it supposed to affect you? I don't like you, but I'm going to prove and show to you I don't like you by sleeping with someone that you are connected with. Where's the connection in that? People like this that do things in this nature is merely solely because of emotions. They can't regulate their emotions. They don't know how to regulate their emotions. And we all know that sex is an emotional thing. Yes, it is. It's very emotional. That's why some people don't be right after they get some sex. A lot of psychological aspects to this. But they felt psychologically that they can destroy you by laying down with someone that you were connected with. That was supposed to be the ultimate trigger. Okay, but it didn't. So now what? That's my question. It didn't trigger you like it was supposed to. What's the next step? Hurting and harming you physically because you didn't react to what they did sexually? That's what I'm asking. Look, parent issues. It says parent issues. I'm trying to understand. They felt because you were a late bloomer, you learned everything late, that was supposed to hurt you. Maybe that was designed to work in that way, to where you weren't supposed to learn anything or everything until later in life. That was orchestrately designed for you to learn what you needed to learn at the time that you needed to learn. You cannot finesse an emotionally intelligent individual. You just can't. And this mother figure is giving away STDs like it's a piece of candy, like it's gum. Like that was supposed to be the camel that broke the back, or the straw that broke the camel's back. And that was supposed to guide you to go back towards. And why would you do that towards me? Why would you? What? You should never did that, and you should have never slept with that person. Why would you do that to me? That just, man, that's all. It's all charades and games, child. I ain't got time for that. It's just all charades and games. Whatever. We got Capricorn. I ain't got time for that. Aries. I mentioned Taurus. We have Virgo. Leo. Taurus. Pisces. Capricorn. I'm going to do two more. Capricorn. Scorpio. Okay, so if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm just going to say it like this. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but hey, it's just what it is. You're going to be even better, 100 times better. You're going to be a much, much, much more better parent than your mother or father was towards you. It is what it is. You don't want the same generational curses that you were plagued with to be happening to your child or your children. So you're going to do something different. They can't accept that differences. We don't care how the karmics feel, or a karmic mother or a karmic father is feeling. We don't care. I don't care. They don't like the fact that you're sizing them up and that you're going to exhibit or show that you have or will become a better mother or father than them. It is what it is. You don't want your nastiness to be out in public. Don't do nastiness. It's truly that simple. It's truly that simple. They have a hard pill that they have to swallow, a hard lesson that they have to swallow, that you are never, ever coming back, ever. And they don't exist. And the mere existence or the mere knowledge of knowing that you are aware or they are aware that they don't exist in your life is eating them apart. Oh, well. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie rolls. Sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. We don't care. Be a better mother and be a better father. No matter what age you are, do better so you can become better. It's truly that simple. Okay? So if that resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time.